Everything you see here is what I'm bringing on my PCT thru-hike 2026, April 20th. First, I got the big four. Enlightened Equipment, Enigma 20 degrees sleeping quilt. Got a pillow free from Enlightened Equipment. I appreciate it. I think it's a Cloud 9 possibly. I appreciate it, Enlightened Equipment, but I'm not sure if I'm going to bring this. Having some suggestions and different things on Lighter Pack, which I put all this gear on, people are saying to throw this out, but I think I'm going to keep it for now. Tried and true, the Osprey Talon 44 liter. It's what I carried on the AT thru-hike for 5.5 months. It's not waterproof, but I'm going to go with this. I thought about going with a Hyperlight or a non-framed bag, but this one's tried and true, and I'm going to stay with it. On my Osprey 44, I'm going to have a phone holder attached to one of the straps, and I'm going to have a water bottle, which I have to get attached to that other strap. This here is my tent. It's a Z-Packs Plex Solo, very light, made of Dyneema, about 14 ounces, less than a pound. So this is going to be a little different this year. When I used the Old Faithful 44 Osprey bag for the AT, I also did not have this thing. I didn't have a tent. I hammock camped the whole way, so it's going to be different. Don't need to worry about finding a couple trees to hang my hammock from. I got a Z-Packs Plex Solo. Tent comes with 10 stakes that I'm bringing. You can set it up with 6 stakes, but I'm going to bring 10 because you might get a better pitch with 10 stakes. My sleeping pad, which is also going to be a change of pace. In the hammock, I used an underquilt and an overquilt. This year, with the tent, I am going to be sleeping on a Thermarest Neo Air. I believe it's an NXT X Lite. So, not the lightest, but it's about a 3-inch pad, and I look forward to sleeping on this. I'll be carrying the Black Diamond trekking poles. First time I'm using these, but I like them. I do have to have one trekking pole to put up my Plex Solo tent. So, trekking poles. Here's another thing I'm not sure if I'm going to keep or get rid of. On the AT, you have to put your food in a bear bag, bear cables, or in a bear box. So we're gonna go from this, which is my bear bag, in case I have to hang my food from a tree. Sometimes people just sleep with their food in their tent, but shh, don't tell them. When I get up around Kennedy Meadows, these are required. It's a bear canister. I believe this one's a 550. Wife got it for me. Right now it's just got some other gear packed in it that she's going to send me also. It's got some food and just some odds and ends in here. So that's what I'll be carrying once I get to Kennedy Meadows. All right, what do we got? Rain gear. Still undecided on rain gear, but we're gonna go with it. The basic Frog Tog bottoms or pants on those really rainy days. This here is a poncho. Good thing about the poncho, couple good things that I'm thinking about. So my Osprey Talon 44 is not 100% waterproof on the outside. So it's gonna suck up water. One thing I've learned is with a poncho, I can put this poncho over myself, over my backpack, so that it's not going to get wet. Okay, water system. I'm looking for the capability to carry at least 5 liters of water at a time. So I'm gonna use my regular Sawyer squeeze, not the mini, just the regular Sawyer squeeze. I have a 2-liter Knock bag for carry, and I'm also gonna have 2 1-liter bottles of Smart Water bottles, one up for each side. And then, like I said, on my strap on the front of my pack, I'm probably gonna do a 750 milliliters there, so that I'll have the capability of carrying close to 5 liters of water. Cook system. This is pretty simple, but that's my cook system. It's actually just I think it's a titanium long handled spoon. I will be getting a Talente jar, and I'll be using a Talente jar to cold soak all my food. Not going to bring propane, not going to bring a stove, anything like that. So that's my cook system. Just a simple spoon. I'm not sure if I'm going to switch out once I get to Kennedy Meadows, because it might be getting a little cooler, or it might be sometimes you like some hot food. So I might go with my stove and propane at that point. But for now, we're just going to go with the cold type of meals and just go with that. What I'll actually be wearing on a daily basis, I think these are bay leaf shorts. They have a mesh liner inside. Pair of Injinji toe socks. Pair of darn tough, I believe they're quarter size socks. And a simple hoodie. This one's Huck. Kind of a fishing shirt, but I believe it's going to keep me, I like wearing long sleeve when I hike, so I believe it's going to keep that sun off me, keep me going good. I'll also be wearing a buff. This is kind of tried and true, the old Survivor buff. I don't know what season this was, but this was a while ago. And I'm not going to wear this hat, but I probably will find a hat to wear. Usually I'm a baseball cap type of guy. Sunglasses. That's it I can think on that. We went through the big four. We went through what I'm wearing, went through some rain gear, stuff like that. So now these are kind of non-essentials, but essential. What is this one? This is a Exon camping trowel. You know what that's for. And I got some business papers in here. This here's my ditty bag. I'm not going to take it out and go all through it, but this here has my cosmetic. It is a Ultralight 1 liter Dyneema bag. It's got my toothbrush, toothpaste, some Band-Aids, some antiseptics, some medication, stuff like that. So that is going to be my little ditty bag. I am going to bring a couple Swedish dish towels to wipe off the condensation on my tent in the morning. And I'm also going to bring just this little 2-ounce bottle of, it's it's Bonner soap, but I just wanted to put it in something a little smaller and something a little lighter. All right, next thing we're going to go through is my electronics. So we're going through my electronics. When I put my gear list on Lighter Pack, there was a couple of suggestions about battery chargers. I got to do better, do worse, or I got to do something with battery chargers. These things together, they're both 10,000 watts or kilowatts, whatever they are. These things together are 1 pound or over a pound. They're 500 grams. Of course, I'm going to have wires to them and stuff like that. So I might have to go with something different because people say that's heavy. Maybe I can go with one 20,000 worth of power, but this is two 10,000 worth of power. Of course, my Garmin Mini, and it got a Nightcore headlamp. It's also got the red in there, or the red light. All right, so I got a beanie for cold mornings. Not sure if I'll necessarily need it. This is also a Ultralight Mountain Gear 9 liter stuff sack made of Dyneema, which is really good, really light, waterproof. This is my clothes bag, my extra clothes that I'll be, and I'm going to need your guys' help because I have been back and forth between lighterpack.com and people's comments. This is a Topo Designs, just a hooded long sleeve, kind of like a base layer. Cheap pair of gloves. Not sure if I'm going to need them or not. Extra pair of darn tough socks. Camp socks. And as simple as a merino wool bottom, merino wool top. Like I said, if I get rid of these, the merino wool bottom and merino wool top, I plan on going with an extra pair of light shorts and a t-shirt would be what I would wear, say, when you're doing laundry. That's what I would do with that. Of course, my beanie. I didn't say at the beginning, but I got a Nyla Flume bag here. That's going to go inside my backpack, and everything that I want to keep very dry, or most of the stuff out here, is going to be inside my backpack. So as far as keeping stuff dry, what I'm interested in, what I'm thinking about, between the waterproof bags I have, the Nyla Flume over the inside that, packed everything inside there, and then if it is a rainstorm and it's raining sideways, I'll have that poncho over top of my backpack also, because I want to keep it dry. This here is my food bag. I believe it is a 15 liter. It's a Ultralight, made of Dyneema. It's got kind of a magnet opening there. I already got some food packed in here. Let's see, we got some oatmeal. I got my olive oil and just some protein type of stuff. I like Nutella, I like honey, I like peanut butter. So I need to buy a lot more gear or a lot more food before I start. So that's about it. That's my PCT thru-hike 2026 starting on April 20th. That is my gear video. So this is not my final gear video. I'm open for suggestions. On the AT, at times my backpack was way too heavy. And I'm getting older. I'm older this year than I was 2 years ago. So I'm open for suggestions. If you guys see something you like, see something you didn't like, see something that was, hey, that's too heavy, you need to go with this or go with that, I'm way open for suggestions. So go ahead and subscribe and hit me up on Rebel Retirees. And that's it. Let's get ready to hike. So, I was so excited to do my PCT gear video. I might have forgot a couple things. These are the things I forgot. This is my puffy. It's old school, but it's tried and true. Same thing like I've said. So that's the puffy that I'll be wearing. Oh, we need to wear shoes because I don't go barefoot. So these are the Hoka Speedgoat 6s. Which is a little different. These are trail runners. On the AT, I actually used Salomon GTX mids, which were waterproof. These are not waterproof, so that's what we're gonna go with. Third thing, and this is an undecided thing, classic Crocs. The lightest classic Crocs that you can get. I would use them for camp shoes, river crossings, stuff like that. It's also on lighter pack, you know, to do with the shoes, and we have got some comments to throw these out and just go across with the Hoka Speedgoats. I will need several pairs of these as I hike the trail. I believe on the AT I used at least 4 pairs of shoes, might have been closer to 5. On the PCT, I imagine I'll only get 400 or 500 miles out of the Hoka Speedgoats. So, sorry I missed those 3 things yesterday. That is my gear video. But I still have other things I have to do, get rid of stuff when people give me suggestions, stuff like that. The wife wants to keep buying me new stuff. She said the old tried and true puffy, no good. So, on that note, let's get ready to hike.